If you could have a guide, someone to help you tell your story, give you the tools to reach your ideal customer, lead you to living your dreams and turning a profit, would you follow it? Everyone, every passion has a place in this world, and each has the potential to be unstoppable. It's time to buckle up and tune in to your personal strategist, life purpose coach and marketing maven, Lindy Chaffin Start.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the studio on this lovely Wednesday afternoon. As you all know, we're located just outside of Atlanta, and here it's kind of a gray day. Thankfully not raining. Thankfully with no wind blowing. Life is good. Welcome to Unstoppable. You are listening to little old me, Lindy Chaffin Start. And before we get started, I'll just give you a little bit of background on Unstoppable Start Studios. We are a national advertising and marketing agency that I started out of necessity and passion, and it has grown over these last few years. My passion is helping small business owners get their legs under them when it comes to marketing, because it's such a process and there's so much that you need to know. And you just can't do that and be the be-all, end-all for your customer. So that's why I'm here. Unstoppable Start Studios provides everything from logo development, message development, audience profiling, to website development, social media presence building. What else do we do? My goodness, print, advertising, media buying, promotional products. We also do SMS marketing, email marketing, literally everything a small business would need to build their presence, build their brand, and begin to grow. That is what we do. That is what I specialize in. So welcome to the madness. Welcome to the crazy. It is typically a 90-mile-an-hour wind changing directions about every 2 seconds. And it's great fun, and I love it. And I love my customers, my existing customers. I love the customers that are yet to be, and I hope you'll be one of them. Now, today, we are going to talk about growing your business, and I probably should have changed the title of this particular show to something like Evergreen, and there might be an upcoming Evergreen show if I don't talk about everything in this particular show. But today we're really just talking about how to use valuable content, perceivably valuable content, eBooks, samples, giveaways, coupons, to grow your business. And I can tell you, I struggle with this. I think everybody does. They talk about social media and children and how kids sort of develop their self-worth from social media these days. They look at Facebook and they see what everybody's doing. And I talked a little bit about that last week. Like, it can be a little disheartening to see all of these ads that come up when you have a particular area of interest. And I often use empanadas and coffee and leather purses as my examples. And I can do that again today, or I can do it with my own business. As a person who owns a advertising marketing agency, I get ads for every tool, every new marketing coach, every Facebook, Twitter, Instagram expert on the planet. And it can be a little disheartening. I am not going to lie. when probably 60% of your feed is made up with everybody trying to pass along their wisdom to you, and it's wisdom that you potentially already have. It kind of makes your stomach turn. You get a little nervous. You get a little scared. You feel like you don't measure up. You feel less than, right? I mean, we all kind of go through this. So you kind of have to put all of that into perspective. And one of the things I know about the universe and asking for the things that you need and having a passion and putting yourself out there is that there is always going to be someone who needs to hear your message. Always. Whether you're me and you have the marketing and advertising thing going, or whether you're selling empanadas or freshly brewed coffee or leather purses that are made from 100% organic, homegrown, locally sourced leather. Everybody, there's a place for everybody. There's a market, a niche for everybody. It's just a matter of messaging to the right audience. It's a matter of making your product unique over what everybody else has to offer. And that's what these people do that show up in my feed. They've made their product or service unique. And they've done it. To me, I look at things and I think, oh my gosh, they must have just done that overnight. I wish I could be there, but that's not what I specialize in. That's not what I do. My specialty is small business owners. That's who I'm here to help. I will never have a product that fits in this particular profile. I just won't. And I've shared with y'all before that the madness of it all is when they say, welcome to my $1 million home, and here's how I got here, and you can get here too for just $37. Pay that today. Okay, 1 million people are going to see $1 million home and somebody walking you through it, telling you how easy it was to get it, and they're going to give you $37. Guess how much that $37 times 1 million is? That person just made a crap ton of money, and they bought that $1 million home that they were lying to you that they owned in the first place. That's the kind of stuff this is marketing, folks. This is how it works. So I'm just sharing with you what I know. I'm one of those very suspicious, very cynical consumers. I am bitter. Christine's tossing in, Lindy, what, are you bitter? Yeah, a little. Only because I've been taken advantage of. I will readily admit it. So yeah, I'm a little... I'm just going to call myself educated. I'm not bitter. I'm just more educated than the average Joe who might buy into such a thing. Is that a better explanation? So, but that's not why we're here today. We're talking about growing your business and how we're going to use eBooks, how these eBooks, these coupons, these articles, white papers, free samples, how these things can help grow your business. It just depends on your product or your service and where exactly you're coming from and who you're trying to market to, because everybody receives information differently. And we've already talked about Sherry Elliott Erie is a dear friend of mine. She also consults for my company from the generational perspective and marketing to the different generations. And she's educated me a great deal on how to market to the different generations and how they receive information. It's quite interesting, and I definitely recommend visiting her website, generationalguru.com, and check out her new series of books on this is marketing to managing and motivating millennials specifically. But it kind of all starts with your audience. So developing those audience profiles and knowing who you're speaking to and how you're going to speak to them, that's a great starting point. Okay, so we've done that. Now, what does that have to do with giving away the farm in order to grow my business? Well, you're not giving away the farm. That's not the point. I've said it before. I'm going to tell you again. The most valuable asset in your business is your list. If you don't know this is your book of business. This is the customers that come into your store for empanadas or hot coffee. These are the customers who see you at the farmer's market with your new, unique coffee. And these are the customers that see you online with this information that you can give them that they find valuable. All of these things are valuable. Are you at the farmer's market giving away a free sample? Have you brewed some of your coffee so people can taste it there? Absolutely you have. You give them a little cup of coffee. What does that do? Well, it might prompt them to buy a bag of coffee right there on the spot. But if it doesn't, it might prompt them to pick up that little handout card that you've got. Want to know more about my coffee? Here's my website. Check us out. See what our mission and vision, see what we're all about, and order some coffee online. What you're doing is creating your list. You can even ask people for information in a scenario like that. Would you like to receive more information from us? Would you like to hear about sales? Here, just fill out this little name, email address. What have you done? You've added a person to your list, right? What about those folks who have the empanadas, the freshly made, authentic empanadas? Hey, text empanada to 54638, and we'll let you know when they're fresh out of the fryer or the oven, depending on what part of the world you're from, right? So now you've captured their data because they have texted you their data so that you can let them know when the empanadas are ready. Or maybe when there's a special. Hey, it's the end of the day. I've seen cupcake companies do this. Hey, we don't like to throw out cupcakes, so at 6 o'clock when the shop closes at 7, we're going to send a text out, and if you're in the neighborhood, stop by and get the last of the day's cupcakes for 75% off. You pay 75 cents for a cupcake instead of whatever, $3.50. And how many happy customers do you have? Lots. And you have no waste. How smart is that? That's pretty smart. So that's kind of the value in capturing this information. But what are you giving away in order to capture this information? And kind of what is that costing you? So in the case of the empanadas, we were letting people know when stuff was fresh out of the fryer. A lot of people like to have that authentic experience, like to have it when mom and dad bring it out of the kitchen and are ready for lunch by the time it comes out. So why not let them know? In the case of the cupcakes, same thing. You're giving people a discounted price on your cupcakes. It's the end of the day. They're still same day fresh, and you don't have any waste to contend with or any waste to report. You're not operating at a loss at this point. Yay, team. Seriously. Who could do better than that? But what about the coffee samples? What if you're at the farmer's market and you've requested somebody's information? What if you have this great tool like Infusionsoft? I'm not an affiliate. I use it. I'm just going to let you know. What if you have this great tool like Infusionsoft where people can click through on a particular marketing piece that has a particular URL to it that goes to a particular campaign so you know they came to you from the farmer's market? They haven't necessarily purchased anything, or maybe they have. What could you do with that? Could you send them a free sample in the mail? Hey, thanks so much for signing up to receive more information. We're going to send you a free sample and see if we can convert you. True believers in coffee, right? So it's kind of the same thing with marketing and advertising. What do I give away in order to help potential customers grow? What is that? What is that information? Well, it could be an ebook. It could be an hour of consulting. It could be just about anything. It could be a discounted rate. But what I know is that what I provide is unique, and I have to position myself that way. So, all right, we've gotten a good start to our talk. We're going to take a quick break. You are listening to Unstoppable on the Inspired Choices Network, and we'll be right back.
We all wish we had a few extra hours and a few less things to do in our hurried days. By tuning into Unstoppable, Hosted by life purpose coach and marketing maven Lindy Chaffin Start, you'll hear success stories of how other entrepreneurs have uncovered their passions and learned to live a balanced, purposeful life. You'll receive tips and tools to market and grow your business, wrangle the chaos, and design the life you've dreamt of. Learn how to be unstoppable by tuning in to InspiredChoicesNetwork.com every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email becomeahost@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. This is Unstoppable with life purpose coach and marketing maven Lindy Chaffin Start. If you have a question about marketing your small business or finding balance as an entrepreneur, or you're just trying to get up the courage to do your own thing, let Lindy know. You can call in the U.S. 815-880-8255, Canada 613-800-8736, or Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. Now, back to Unstoppable.
And welcome back. You are listening to Unstoppable on the Inspired Choices Network, and this is your host, Lindy Chaffin Start. Welcome. Before we roll back into talking about giving away things in order to grow your business, let me share with you what I'm giving away today, which is a half-hour call. If you are interested in learning how to grow your business, if you just want to talk through what you're doing currently for marketing, if you have an idea or a thought, or if you're on the fence about even starting a business, pick up the phone and give me a call here at the studio. My number is 404-245-7474. I would love to talk it through with you and offer whatever tips and advice I can. First 30 minutes is on me. After that, we'll figure it out. All right. So now getting back to it, I want to share a little life story. My cousin and photographer, Heather Marie, came up at the end of last week to do some updated family pictures and a little social media study for me. Keep an eye out for my Facebook page because we're going to be posting some of those pictures soon. I'm super excited. And while she was here, now Heather, you have to understand, is a young woman. She's in her 20s. She has a sweet baby girl who's in the fun twos, and she's just all over the place with her passions, which is cool. Everybody should have more than one, I firmly believe. Passions are what they are. They're what spark your interest. They're what inspire you. They're what grow you. You know, passions are passions. And she has this passion for the mommy and me sort of side of things. She has a fashion passion, and she had started a blog, and she just felt like she was all over the place. Like she had 2 or 3 different things that she was trying to share. She had brilliant thoughts on, and she was trying to share, and her readership just seemed to disperse. When she hit that third, hey, this is what I've got. And it's frustrating to her. She's a brilliant photographer. She's very talented. I love her eye. But I also, in talking to her, understand where her passions are. And I asked her, were you segmenting these things out? Were you giving people the opportunity to only tune in to what they wanted to hear? And she said, no, I'm not. I don't know how to do that. I was like, well, there's, kind of your first your first critical aspect of how you're going about this is that you need to segment those people. You need to figure out how to do that, whether you survey them, the existing ones, or whether you create new audiences based on what's going on. But you need to segment them so you make sure that they're getting information that's important to them. It's kind of the thing with the freebies. You don't want to send somebody a packet of coffee if they came in for empanadas. You only want to give them what they want, right? Or if, in my case, like I've got this dozen services that I provide under the umbrella of Unstoppable Start Studios, well, if somebody wants to know about SMS marketing, why am I going to send them stuff about brand development or messaging? It's okay for that stuff to have a mention down in that little bio section or direct them to a website where they can learn more about those things. But if they've not asked for that information, don't send them that stuff, right? So make sure your audiences are segmented well. So I mentioned Infusionsoft a little while ago, and here's why I do that. So Infusionsoft is a great and terribly powerful CRM/marketing tool platform. You can create landing pages. You can create automated email campaigns. You can create triggers for yourself to send print stuff, free samples through the mail. There's all sorts of stuff that you can do with the thing. And you can tag people based on their interest. You can create as many landing pages as you want to. So with my 12 different things, I could literally have 12 different campaigns that give away 12 different free things. And if you want to receive the free thing, you sign up to receive it. You have to, it's a stop. I would like your name and email address if you would like this free ebook or 30 minutes of consulting. Cool. So here's how the automated thing works. So you give me your name and address or email address, and that goes into my system. We're just going to use branding as an example in this case. So you see this ad on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, blah, blah, or you get something in the mail, or you see me at the Lilburn Business Association meeting. Who knows? So you get this little marketing card, and it sends you to, or an ad, and it sends you to a specific landing page URL that's all about branding. So you go in, and you're like, oh, man, these 10 valuable tips to build my brand. What do I need to know? I need to know this now. So you give me your name and address. Cool. It goes into the system. Immediately you get, and you've done this before, you get the free downloadable 10 things I need to know to build my brand right now. But what else happens? Okay, so cool. This starts a process in this campaign. There are a dozen emails that are already in the system, lined up, ready to go. The first one's, hey, welcome. Love having you here. Thanks for being part of the community. I'm glad you want to know more about branding. If there's a way that I can help, if you have questions after reading this thing, give me a call. Okay, well, first communication isn't always the best. You know, they might go, I'm not going to call you. But whatever. Then they read the thing and then they call you, or they don't. Well, a few days later, they get another mail. Hey, did you have a chance to read the thing? Because the thing was really cool and it had all those tips that you need to know about branding, but have you thought about this? Another little piece of valuable information. Hey, this chick really knows what she's talking about. Okay, cool. But I'm sidetracked. I got to go take care of this customer. I'll see you later. A few more days later, another email comes. Okay, so by now you've done this, but have you thought about this, and would you ever consider this? And do you know what concise branding looks like? Because I want to show you. And you go, well, how are you going to show me? And then they get a piece in the mail because you've been given a reminder. Hey, stick a postcard in the mail to this person that talks about branding. You see where I'm going with this? So you've given away this one free thing. You've been able to capture data to build this most valuable asset of yours. And now you're doing the little steps, even though you no longer have to touch it. because you've already planned it. You're doing these little steps to help convert that person. So we've gotten into 3 emails and a postcard that's been put in the mail. How much money have you spent? Well, whatever money you've put into the Infusionsoft tool, however much you pay a month, the time that you've taken to do it. Okay, cool. Well, that's your time, and you can choose to charge it back to your business or not. It's up to you, or you've hired somebody to do it, and whatever, it goes into the expense. That's what you've put into this. Is it a good investment? Have you given away something? Yes. Is it the farm? No. Will it convert? If 3% of the people that click through that ad or pick up that postcard decide to engage you in business, purchase a product, use your service, then you should be doing really well. 3% is just, that good average. So wouldn't we all love a 3% return? I know I would. I talk to a lot of people, and I'm grateful to have the numbers that I have. So that's kind of how the freebies can help grow your business. That's just they're one part of this process. Now, what is it going to take for you to invest in the tool? Is the tool relevant to your business, or do we need to look at something strategically that speaks to your product or your service? So we talked about 10 tips to branding, right? What else could that be? What else could that do? What could that 10 tips to branding? We could take this in a life coaching perspective. Let's do that. I'm going to use Sonia Riccotti's example. Just very quickly. Sonia put out an announcement about a free webinar. Hey, got a free webinar. Come in. Let's talk through. It's only 45 minutes. Let's kind of talk through how to recover quickly because you're unsinkable. Okay, cool. It's her Unsinkable. It's a Bounce Back 2.0, I think is the name of the program. I love it. I love Sonia. She's one of my favorites. If I were going to pick from the gurus, she would be one of my favorites. Anyway, so you go into this webinar, and it's a pre-recorded video thing, and you know she's on the other end of the line, and you can ask questions, and she's there answering questions, or someone from her team is there answering questions. It really doesn't matter. And at the end of the webinar, you're given this link, and she's like, okay, well, here's this download. Take this download, read through it. This is my 10 tips to help you bounce back sooner. So we've gone through the webinar. We've talked about bouncing back and her story and what she's been through. Now she's going to give you 10 tips, or whatever it was at the time, the structure of the bounce back process. Cool. So you go and you download it, and at the end of the download, you get through reading it, and you're excited, and you're like, okay, I'm ready. This is really cool. How do I make this happen? For your one-time investment of $99, you get unlimited access to the Bounce Back 2.0 program, Unsinkable Bounce Back 2.0 program. It has daily meditations. It has the 7 meditative processes to get you through whatever you're going through out to the other side so that you can get out there and do your thing. Okay. So you decide to give Sonia $99, and you've got access to this thing forever and ever and ever. It's a brilliant model. So not only has Sonia given you the value of this webinar that talked you through why she's so expert at what she does and how she recovered and how she's going to show you how to recover, not only has she given you the blueprint to success for making this happen free. Now, she's turned that around, and you've given her $99 to get this program. Now, did she put a lot of work into this program? Absolutely. Is unlimited access a big deal? Absolutely. It's there. Might as well take advantage of it. It's a brilliant model, and we'll talk more about it after break. So you are listening to Unstoppable on Inspired Choices Network, and we'll be back in just a minute.
We all wish we had a few extra hours and a few less things to do in our hurried days. By tuning into Unstoppable, hosted by life purpose coach and marketing maven Lindy Chaffin Start, you'll hear success stories of how other entrepreneurs have uncovered their passions and learned to live a balanced, purposeful life. You'll receive tips and tools to market and grow your business, wrangle the chaos, and design the life you've dreamt of. Learn how to be unstoppable by tuning in to InspiredChoicesNetwork.com every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and 10 a.m. Pacific Time. This is Unstoppable with life purpose coach and marketing maven Lindy Chaffin Start. If you have a question about marketing your small business or finding balance as an entrepreneur, or you're just trying to get up the courage to do your own thing, let Lindy know. You can call in the U.S. 815-880-8255, Canada 613-800-8736, or Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. Now, back to Unstoppable.
And welcome back. You are listening to Lindy Chaffin Start, and this is Unstoppable on the Inspired Choices Network. Thank you for being with us today. We are actually talking about giving away items of value that help grow your business. See how I made that so super optimistic and important? We are giving away items of value to help grow your business. And we're talking about all of these fun, different ways to do that. So if you need any assistance in this area, please feel free to check out my website, www.unstoppablestart.com. I'm happy to help you with your marketing and business growth in any way that I can. Now, back to Sonia Riccati and her Unsinkable Bounce Back 2.0 program. So we were talking before break about the fact that Sonia had given you this great webinar. She was answering questions actively during the webinar, even though the webinar was pre-recorded, right? Cool. She's got this thing mastered, and I kind of love her for it. And then she's given you this free download that's kind of the blueprint to getting from one place to the other. She understands where you are. It's all about, for this particular program, it was all about recovery. It was all about going past the negative thing that you just come through. And she's given these things away, and now she's given you unlimited access to it if you give her all $99. Now, did I invest in this? Yes, that's why I'm a huge supporter of Sonia. She's amazing. But you know what I get from Sonia? And she's one of my favorites for this very reason. I do not get an email every day. I don't get an email every week. Not typically. I might get one every 2 weeks. Is Sonia always promoting the things that are important to me? To me? Absolutely. And it's one of the reasons that I haven't unsubscribed from her list. It's also one of the reasons I go back to Unsinkable Bounce Back 2.0 whenever I go through something and I need a reminder. She's kind of won my heart. I don't have to watch every video. I don't have to read every blog post or every email, but I know that if I need her, she's there. Right? So has she grown her business? Has she gained a loyal follower because of the way that she's done it? Absolutely. You know what else? You can do that too. All it takes is giving away something of value to start that ball rolling. All right, so looking at other items of value. You know, a lot of people think, oh, I need to have rack cards and business cards and brochures and blah, 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 you know, T-shirts. I need to be able to give away T-shirts and tote bags. In my passion for working with small business owners, I will say, if that is something you want to do, I will support you. If that is money that you want to invest and you feel like You have a good avenue. This is going to garner your business more business. I'll support you. I'm going to buck a little bit because to me, that's money you're not ready to spend. One of the things I pride myself on is helping you tame the excitement around what you're doing and be realistic about what you can and can't do. I'm not going to promote you doing something that is going to spin your wheels or waste your money. I'm a big believer in taking care of my customers that way. So it's important to think strategically around how you're going to reach your audience. And the first part of that, again, is knowing your audience. I can't preach that enough. You know your audience, you know your messaging, you spin it towards them, how they want to learn, what they want to know, and you stay with it. And you're consistent. Okay? So another valuable thing to give away. We talked about the eBook example, the webinar example. All of that stuff is valuable, especially if it speaks to your customers, right? But how do you give away something if you own or you're trying to build a business around leather purses? How does that happen exactly? Well, all right, so we have this great product. It's a leather purse. We're going to go ahead and put you in a niche market that you're 100% organic. The cows are completely consumed. Cows are beef, and the leather, the hide from the cows go to every part of the cow is used. The hide from the cow goes to the leather purses. We do everything on the farm. Those leather purses are created here by our, talented craftsmen. Here's a map of our farm. Here's where the craftsmen work. Here's a video of how this process works. Here is everything you need to know. So you know that these cows are humanely raised, and there's all of that. But what is something you can give to a potential customer to help them convert? Well, aside from all of this fantastic information that you've given them about your very unique niche product, you can give them a coupon, a sale. Make them feel special. How do you do that, though? Well, start by sharing to them in a campaign about their leather purses. Hey, is it important to you to know that your leather is 100% organic? However you want to fill in those blanks. Are these things important to you? Click through and watch the video. Cool. They click through, they watch the video. At the end of the video, they have the opportunity to sign up to receive sales, promotions, opportunities to visit the farm, to learn more about the products, to receive information about the meats and cheeses that are made from the cows before they become a leather purse. There's all sorts of opportunity there. So, is a coupon valuable? That's a big question, isn't it? Is a coupon valuable? Well, let me tell you. If your purse sells for $100 and you give somebody a 25% off coupon to help them convert, what is that 25% off coupon worth? As a consumer, it's worth $25, right? That is an item of value. Now, how does that become valuable to you? How does that help grow your business? Well, okay. You've converted one person. You've sold a purse for $75 instead of $100. Okay, it's $25. That's your, aside from the cost of the ad campaign and everything you put into it, that's your cost to convert. What do you get when that person makes a purchase? You started out with their name and email address. What do you have now? Oh, what? What? Could you have asked for their birth date? Could you have asked for their best friend's birth date? Because, hey, if your best friend has a birthday in March, we'd be happy to send you a reminder so you can buy a purse from us and send it to her. We'll even ship it to her for free. Huh? You've got their snail mail. What could you do with that? Hey, wait. You're going to open up a grocery that's attached to the farm where these cows are raised, and you've got the cheeses and you've got the beef, and it's all organic, and what? And they live in the state, and they can come visit? Send them a snail mail postcard that says, come for a visit. See what we do on the other side of the business. Now what are you doing? You're growing the other side of your business from this one marketing contact that started out wanting a purse, but now you've been able to pull them over to the other side. Carefully, strategically, don't miss any steps, but it's possible. So coupons are a huge value to your customer. I will tell you a 25% off coupon will go a hell of a lot farther than a 10% off coupon. I'm not a person who gives a hoot about saving $1 or 25 cents. That kind of thing doesn't make sense to me. But if you're talking about 25% as a single mom, oh, absolutely. I won't buy something if it's a 10% discount. I will buy something if it's 25%. So when you're talking about the cost of that first conversion, think about what you're willing to lose or make. If it cost you $50 to make this purse between raising the cow and, processing the cow and processing the leather and having the craftsman make the purse, if that's $50 and your goal was to make $50, is that first conversion worth $25 to you? If it's going to keep that business growing, if it's going to enable you to branch out and share with this person more information about other arms of the business, I would think it's worth it. Wouldn't you? It's kind of part of that marketing mix piece. We've talked about the marketing mix before. So, is a coupon valuable? Abso-damn-lutely. Yes, it is worth money. It is worth money to your potential customer, and it is worth sales to you. Now, is the first coupon going to win every time? Absolutely not. Plan on that 3%. You can 98% of the time plan on 3%. I'll just say that. As long as you're strategic about it. Is it going to be that way the first time all the time? No, it's not. And you have to continue to provide valuable content to those people who are interested. So Mother's Day might not have been their day because maybe their mom passed. But send them a coupon for the holidays. Send them a coupon for any other time of the year. National Cow Day. Whatever is valuable, whatever you think would be valuable to them. Take advantage of those moments in retail that you know are givens and capitalize on them. Okay? So that's how a coupon is valuable. Now, we're going to take one more quick break, and we're going to come back and talk about, I guess, the final pieces of this puzzle and how it all comes together. So thank you for listening. You are listening to Unstoppable on the Inspired Choices Network, and we will be right back.
We all wish we had a few extra hours and a few less things to do in our hurried days. By tuning into Unstoppable, hosted by life purpose coach and marketing maven Lindy Chaffin Start, you'll hear success stories of how other entrepreneurs have uncovered their passions and learned to live a balanced, purposeful life. You'll receive tips and tools to market and grow your business, wrangle the chaos, and design the life you've dreamt of. Learn how to be unstoppable by tuning in to InspiredChoicesNetwork.com every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and 10 a.m. Pacific Time. This is Unstoppable with life purpose coach and marketing maven, Lindy Chaffin Start. If you have a question about marketing your small business or finding balance as an entrepreneur, or you're just trying to get up the courage to do your own thing, let Lindy know. You can call in the U.S. 815-880-8255, Canada 613-800-8736, or Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. Now, back to Unstoppable.
And welcome back. This is Lindy Chaffin Start, and you are listening to Unstoppable on the Inspired Choices Network. So while we were at break, I reached out to producer Christine and asked her if there was anything she would like to know about, and she wanted to know how to sell the big ticket items. This is a very, very good position to be in. You have big ticket items. Now, I don't know which one specifically she's speaking of, but I can give you a perfect example. How to give away something for a big ticket item. So, my daughter, who's 11, went on vacation with her dad. They went to this really cool ranch up in the North Georgia mountains. Okay, that sounds plain enough. She loves to ride horses. Not only does she love to ride horses, she aspires to show horses and is currently training to do that. After she gets through a few shows, she's going to start training for barrel racing. That is another aspiration. Eventually, she wants to go to vet school and become a veterinarian. Okay, cool. We get it. The kid likes horses. So here's this place up in the North Georgia mountains that you have an opportunity to literally buy 1/1200th of a share in. It's an 800-acre property. It is absolutely gorgeous. So she gets back. She's telling me about this place, and she's like, Mom, as an owner, you get to ride all you want, and they've got 30 horses, and they've got 800 acres, and it's 26 miles of trails, and they've got cabins, and they've got lakes. What? This sounds amazing. So I reach out to them. I send them a little email, and I say, hey, I'm trying to wrap my head around your business model. Can you please expound upon it at your earliest convenience? Absolutely. So they send me back some marketing material, and with that marketing material, they say, by the way, we're having a special. We just had the rodeo come through town. We host the rodeo here at the property, and because it's rodeo season, we're giving you a discount. Okay, well, let me tell you about this discount. This discount is for the initial buy-in of the property. The initial buy-in is typically $2,500. For rodeo season, they're giving you buy-in for $1,500. That's a savings of $1,000 buying into this 1/1200th share. And they say, oh, on top of that, why don't you come up and let's make a believer out of you. Come and take a tour of the facility. Okay, I can do that. Can I come up this weekend? Absolutely, sure. Come see us. All right. So I go up. And this young woman named Ariel, I love her name, it's a princess name, gives us a tour of the facility. 800 acres, takes a long time to tour, even in a golf cart. And the whole time, she's telling us about the facility, about things they offer. She's making everything relatable to my life and my daughter's life. Y'all might not know this about me. I'm a writer. I love horses. I love the country. I love nature. Like, I can't live without it. I jones for it. It's just the way it is. And with her love of horses, I don't know where you live, but here in Georgia, if you want to go on a trail ride, it's going to cost you anywhere from $140 to $180 for an hour to an hour and a half. She can, at this facility, if we decide to become owners, she can ride up to 4 times a day at no charge, no additional charge. We can stay on the property for $5 a day. But what we had was marketing material that gave us a snapshot of the property. We had a significant discount laid out in front of us. We had the opportunity to go and see the facility, tour the facility, be part of a day in the facility to see if it was really meant for us. We got to talk to other owners who were on site that were a huge part of the sales process. And we had a great tour guide who related it very easily to us as potential customers. So, if you want to know how to sell a big ticket item, part of that is marketing, part of that is sales. Now, because I'm not doing the marketing for this particular place, I probably would never have heard from them again. But after I talked to the executive director today and hopefully have convinced him that he needs to have an outside marketing firm instead of a marketing and salesperson, I think we could get him set up on Infusionsoft and have a little bit more contact, constant, consistent messages around this property and communication and ideas that will help them bring people in and grow the ownership. It's very easy to wrap your head around, or it's very easy for me to wrap my head around, but it's also easy from the outside looking in to see the holes. Like I say, if I had not been the persistent customer because of my needs, I probably would never hear from them again. And that's not necessarily good for what they're trying to accomplish. They want to grow this property. They want to make a difference in the lives of people. They want to have this property be something that's a conservatory, it's a respite, a place for people to come and breathe. So I'm willing to do everything I can to help them grow. But it's just because I can see it from my perspective. But I'm willing to do that for you too, folks. So give me a call and let's talk about it. But going back to Christine's, how do you sell a big ticket item? That, my darling, is how you do that. But you have to understand that the draw, the marketing piece, and the sales piece are separate. One person can do them both, but they're totally separate. One cannot stand alone. It's marketing and sales, not just marketing and not just sales. So it's the same way with a used car dealership or a car dealership. You know, they're always trying to draw you in, get you in the door with that interest rate, with that new car smell, with that family-friendly event that's happening on Saturday. And they get you there, and then the sales process begins. That's the difference. The marketing gets you there, and then there's the conversion. I know where I fit in that scenario. Do you know where you fit? All right. So, do you feel like you've gotten anything out of today's show? Because it was a lot of information and a lot of life story. But it's been a pleasure, and I am grateful to have had you all here today. Thank you, Christine, for being a great producer. Keisha, have a great show. And until next week, folks, be unstoppable.
Thank you for being Inspired Choices Network's most valuable asset and for tuning in to Unstoppable. Host Lindy Chaffin Start will return next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and 10 a.m. Pacific Time, with more valuable tips to support you and your small business. Until then, be unstoppable.